A conundrum that many young people face is that their education does not always align with the career path they seek. This leads some to believe there's a lack of purpose in school or work they feel is unrelated to their goal or life in general. Meet Janelle Zakur, a registered dietitian. This is where her story begins, her love for food.
As a teenager going to school in St. Joseph Convent, I was the one bringing alfalfa and pumpernickel bread sandwiches to school in Form 2 and being teased relentlessly for it. But that was what I enjoyed. Now, the problem was getting into university because the subjects I did for Form 5 did not allow me to do them for Form 6, so I ended up dropping out.
What that meant is that Janelle had to find an alternative route to achieve her dream. She enrolled in the Trinidad and Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute and was later accepted to a university in Canada.
So I got into Acadia University in Canada, and I made it through 1 year, but there was an incident that occurred there that forced me to come back to Trinidad, and that's when things went a little bit downhill. I ended up abandoning my nutrition career completely just because I was so demotivated at that point.
After her acutely distressing experience, Janelle was left soul-searching. She would eventually find herself interning at a permaculture farm, which reignited her love for and pursuit of food and nutrition. Her next stop was a program in UWI, in tandem with various kitchen jobs to help pay for her schooling. This was also paired with heavy involvement in demanding outdoor sport to keep life holistic, as she puts it. It was this pursuit that led to another fiasco.
I went to Dominica on a hiking trip, and against the advice of everybody, because a storm had just passed, and I distinctly remember my mother saying, even though it passed, you shouldn't go. I have a bad feeling about this.
While in Dominica, the group was forced to prepare for an impending storm, which reached hurricane strength by landfall.
That was just not a Category 1 hurricane. That was an extremely harrowing experience, being under a bed in a wooden shack. And it just wasn't until after the hurricane we found out, getting into Roseau, because we hiked 12 hours into Roseau, that we found out it was a Category 5 hurricane.
Using the skills she learned at the permaculture farm, Janelle and her group were able to forage for food, source water, and survive the aftermath of the hurricane. In retrospect, she says it was everything she learned over the years at every stage that helped her make it through. I'm Khary Roberts, giving voice to Generation Next for TTT News.